My ladies, welcome back to the Joy Talk, your curated space to living a purposeful life. My name is Vanessa Joy, and today for episode 11, I have something really juicy for you, my ladies. We are going to keep it real today. We are going to keep it extra real during this episode. We always keep it real, but today I might just be that reminder that you were looking or searching for in the universe. I might just be that reminder today that comes to you and you're like, okay, I gotta do it now. What am I talking about? Well, let me tell you. Let me start by just saying this sentence, okay? My ladies, the move that you are most scared to make is the exact move that could change your life. The move that you are most scared to make right now in this exact moment of your life might just be the move that changes your life. Yes. Yes. I just want to let that sink in for a second, okay? The move that you are most scared to make right now in your life is probably the move that will change your life, that will change the outcome, that will change the direction, that will build the vision, that will get you closer to what you want to have as a life for yourself. That's the move, that's the scary one, and that's the one that will get you to where you truly want to go. I'm saying this and I know I'm feeling it myself because there are a ton of moves that I'm crazy scared to make. And I know that if I were to make them, they would completely change my life. But that's not what I was saying. That I've made some move that I was crazy scared of making. And I know that they, for a fact, have changed my life. Okay. Why is this so important for me to talk to you about this, my ladies? Because we are habits of creatures. We love our comfort zone. We love our routine. We love our space. We love to feel safe, which is totally normal. It's completely natural for us humans to want to feel safe. And especially as women, we have a different type of responsibility when it comes to our family, when it comes to our kids, when it comes to our parents, when it comes to the people around us, when it comes to our husbands, and when it comes to our partners. Like, we have a different type of responsibility. And that responsibility doesn't always like match the risk-taking era, and it doesn't always match the uncertainty levels of life. Yet, it is so important for us to push ourselves in ways where we feel uncertain, in ways that we are taking a big risk and a big chance on ourselves. Because the move that we are most scared to make is probably the move that will change our lives. It will change the direction. It will change the outcome. It will change where we go. It will change the trajectory of our lives. It really is, my ladies. And these moves, okay, these moves can be as big as you can imagine, or they can be as small as we can say they are. You know what I mean? Like, big moves that change the outcome of our lives don't have to be like big, drastic 360s. They just have to be moves that you are not making right now. They just have to be moves that you know you want to make. You know you are scared of making, but you're just not making right now. Those are the moves. Like, it could be as simple as, I want a husband, I want a partnership, I want to build a family. I am terrified of meeting new people. I am terrified of putting myself out there. I am terrified of going on a dating app. I am terrified to ask my friend to set me up with this guy that I think could be a good potential husband for me. Like, these moves could be small for somebody and could be tremendously big for us. But these are the moves that change our lives. These are the moves that change our lives. They really are. Like, being able to speak up, being able to set boundaries, being authentically ourselves within our family, within our jobs, within the people around us, being able to speak your truth, being able to say no, being able to move countries, being able to change jobs, being able to launch your business, being able to change your whole style and look, being able to do these things are moves that actually will change our lives, and they terrify us deeply. They really do, I know, but they will change our lives. And I'm going to be repeating this very often during our podcast, during the episode, today, because I want this to sink in. I really want us to understand that the more we are scared of making a certain move, the scarier it feels to make a certain move that we know we are scared of, the bigger the outcome, the bigger the reward could be at the end of the day. That did not make no sense. I don't know how I phrased that phrase in my head. What I'm trying to say is the move that we are most scared to make is the move that can change our lives. Like, it's the move that can change our lives. It changes the outcome. Because this is the thing, my ladies. Let me keep it real with you like I always do, okay? We all have a vision of what our lives we want. Okay, today's a one and bad type of video, okay? Sorry. We have a vision of what we would like, what we want our lives to be. We have a vision of what we want to feel in the future. And if you don't have a vision, this is your first homework. Build your vision board. Take a moment to build your vision board. Take a moment to sit down and envision what you want for your life. Like, in 10 years, how do you want to feel? How do you want your life to look like? Like, take a moment to just sink that into yourself. Like, what am I trying to call into my life? What type of life am I trying to live? Like, I have one goal at this life on this planet, okay? What type of life am I trying to live? What is the type of experience that I want to create for myself? If you don't tell yourself these things, nobody else out here will know, and nobody else out here can know. And how will God know what you truly want if you don't even tell yourself, if you don't even tell God? You know what I mean? Like, we have to be able to voice out within ourselves what we truly want for ourselves. Like, what is the vision we want for ourselves? And maybe through all of this, maybe through all of my puddle of words, this is what I'm going to give you as a first step. Build your vision for yourself. Like, you can build a vision board or a vision map for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever you feel like you want. But build that vision board. Anchor yourself in. Take a moment. Let's take a moment. Like, sit down. Take a few deep, good breaths. And just picture your life. Like, what do you see for yourself in your life? Like, what is the vision you have for your life? What is it that you want to feel? What is it that you are doing? What are you wearing? What's the vibe? What's the energy? Are you cooking? Are you not cooking? Is someone cooking for you? Are you on the beach? Are you in the city? Do you have your business? Do you have a career? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you taking care of your kids? Are you dropping off your kids? Like, are you going to Pilates in the morning? You're going to gym? No, more. Are you a yoga girl? You want to go swimming? Like, what is the life that you want to build? What is the vision you have for yourself? What is the type of environment you want to be in, okay? This is really important because this is like a North Star. It gives you like the vision of, okay, this is where I want to go. This is how I want to live my life. This is how I want to experience my life. The moment you know your vision board, the moment you know the vision you have for yourself in the future, you are able to make choices that are going to be in congruence with that vision board, that are going to be able to bring you closer to that vision, who are going to be able to build that vision with you and for you, okay? These moves that we are trying to make are all moves that benefit us, okay? Nobody out here is trying to make moves that do not benefit us. And my ladies, if you are making moves that do not benefit you, move those moves away and bring in some moves that will benefit you and help you build the life that you truly want to be living. Like, for real, for real. Okay, I'm happy that I did that rewind and all that stuff because now I'm getting clear and I'm getting all excited about this topic. Build that vision board, my ladies. Take a moment. I been doing this practice for a really long time of building my vision board. This is something that we do like on an annual basis. We host an event about the vision board because I just so much believe in it. And I also take a moment to really build my vision board. And my ladies, let me tell you, okay? I will say like maybe 5 years ago, like I've been building my vision board since forever, but really I think that because I've been on a self-growth journey and because I've been coached and I've invested in myself, big moves that I was scared to make, okay, that's a little parenthesis, but because I was in a space where I could build a vision board where I could, actually tell myself that you can dream of things that do not exist in your life. Like I was single, I had nobody in my life. I was just doing my thing. I was working my 9 to 5 and I was just like, I'm going to build this vision where I see my life being like this. I see my husband being like this. I see my life being like this. I see my business being like this. I was calling in all these things. I was making it very clear to what I was asking God. And I was putting this in images, in words. I was like, this is my vision board. And my vision board, I did for a year. None of these things came through. Not none of these things. Not all the things on my vision board came through. Second year, put all the things again on my vision board, what I really wanted to do. Third year, fourth year. And ladies, best believe that there's a lot of things on that vision board from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, that is actually happening right now, that I'm actually living. Like I can really fully, truly say that like I'm living a big part of my vision board. I have my husband, I'm living in another country, I build my business, I'm doing the thing. Like, and of course, by the grace of God, and like I'm so thankful and grateful, and I've been doing the work. But my first step was actually making sure that I had the vision. Like I had something that I wanted for my life. Like I wanted something and I was able to project it and put it on paper, voice it out. Because then the moment I voice it out, I'd be like, okay, it's possible for me. Like, because I can voice it out and I can speak of that vision as if it's already happening. Like I'm going to be married. I'll have my husband, I'll pick him up, I'll make these like delicious little breakfasts and all these things, and he's gonna go work and I'm gonna go work in my business. And I was talking like this as if like I was playing Barbie, but with myself. And next thing you know, like these things come to life, not right away, but they come to life, and they come to life because you actually make the moves that go with the vision board, okay? That's the thing. So my first step when it comes to like making the move that you are most scared of that could change your life is first, know what type of life you want to be living. Know what type of vision you want to have for your life. Know what type of life and future and every day you want to have for yourself. Like, what does your life look like? And don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to dream about living in Hawaii in a 3-bedroom apartment with like your husband and your kids who are eating all the natural fruits that are coming out of the trees and the gardens and all that thing. Even if you are in Montreal, Canada, in a cabin right now and you're cold, you're real cold and you got no partner with you, that's okay. The moment you know what you truly want for yourself, just put it on that vision board. Put it on paper, put it on a vision board, speak it out to yourself. Speak it out to the universe, okay? And then from there, you understand that moves that you're trying to make are going to help you build your vision, okay? I knew at that moment when I built my vision board, there were a lot of things I needed to do. My first step into a move that I was scared of making was investing my money in myself. Like I was terrified. I was making really good money. I was working and I had never heard of like I've not, it's not that I've never heard about it. I had never invested in myself, okay? My first big investment was from this financial coach. She helped women like invest in the stock market, okay? And I was like, oh man, I want to be financially independent. That was part of my vision. And like I was seeing her content and I was like, damn, that looks really interesting. But it was at a time, it was $1,000 something, okay? And I was terrified of putting that money into her coaching class because I was like I've never done this, I don't really know her. Like you're just scared of making these little moves, right? And they're big moves because $1,000 is not just like $1,000 that you can pick up in the street, right? It's like money you've worked hard and you've earned and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put this money in someone I don't know, all these things. And I invested that money in her. I learned so much about the stock market. Like literally, I was teaching people about the stock market. I was just like, I was literally financially literate. I could know my stuff in the stock market. I could hold my ground. I invested my money. I did all these things. And I was so scared and terrified of investing that first dollar that I knew that I had to do it because my intuition always, it told me. And that's another thing, my ladies, your intuition will always tell you when it's the right move, right? Your intuition, okay, let's talk about that for a second. Your intuition will always tell you when it's the right move. Like your intuition will tell you it's the right move, we're scared, it's the right move. Your intuition will tell you it's not the right move, don't do it, it's not the right move. Like your intuition is not playing with you, okay? When it tells you to do it, it doesn't mean that you're not scared. It's still telling you to do it and you're feeling scared. Your emotions are attached with the fear of that action that you are going to take. But your intuition tells you when you should go for it, and your intuition tells you when you shouldn't go for it. And when your intuition tells you you should go for it and you are still scared to make the move, girl, best believe that is the move you need to be making in order to change your life. It's the move that you need to be making, okay? And now going back to my whole story, that was my first investment I made. And then I really wanted to work with this coach, okay? I really, really, really wanted to work with this coach. And I was like, oh my God, like I was single at the time and I wanted to call in my husband. I was like, I want a husband, like I'm ready for it. I felt I was ready for it back then. And I really wanted to, build my family. I was at that age. I was in my late 20s, early 30s actually too. And I wanted to call in my husband and I was praying to God about it. And I was just like, I need something to feel better about myself. Like I felt like I needed some type of self-growth, some type of self-development, some type of self-love before like doing the actions of like going on a dating app and all these things for finding a husband, okay? So I contacted this coach that I was following for a really long time. And now this time she gives me her pricing. And that was my biggest investment. Well, up to date. Like it was a big, big, big investment that I was going to make in her coaching. And my gut, my instinct was telling me like, you need to do this. And it wasn't like that impulse. Okay. It's not like you're on your shopping. And you're like, yeah, I absolutely need those shoes when you deep down know you don't need the shoes. It's like your intuition is like, this is what you need to go to the next level. And I knew it was, and I was like, whoo, this is a big investment. This is a lot of money. Like this wasn't that little $1,000. Now I'm calling it little, but it wasn't little. But I mean, it wasn't that $1,000 investment. It was a big investment. So I was like, am I going to do this? And she was just standing there. Like, I love her. She watches this podcast. She's going to know. She was just there like, listen, this is it. And I told her, like, I'm like, this is what I feel like I need. This is what I need from you as a coach. Like, this is what I need from you as a coach. And she was like, that's amazing because I don't have a lot of clients that want exactly that. And I think that it would be a good match. And I was like, yo, take my money and let's go. I was terrified. I swear I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, I have to call my girl to ask her if this is the right move. But I know she's going to tell me this is not the right move because she's not in my situation. She's not feeling this intuition that I'm feeling. And I was like, whoo. And I was like, okay, you know what? Take my money. Let's go. My ladies, I kid you not. And this is not to make some publicity. I keep it real with you. It changed my life. It changed my life. It changed the whole game for me. And it wasn't about like, oh, I worked with her and like magically my husband appeared, because nothing is magic in this world, right? It's just like I worked on myself at a level I had never worked on myself. Like I stretched myself and my mind and my awareness of myself in a way that was so big that allowed me to build a certain maturity in order to call in real things that I wanted in my life. Like it allowed me to understand who I was, understand my patterns, understand what wasn't working for me, what was working for me, what I truly wanted. It helped me deep dive into everything I needed to know in order to get to the next level of my life. Like when you're in your 20s, you don't know. Like I don't know about you, but I didn't know anything in my 20s. Not I didn't know anything. I don't want to say that, but like I didn't know what I knew what I now know in my 30s. And she helped me bring me to that level. And that investment, I was scared to make. I was so scared to make that investment because I was like, how am I going to put all this money in to my self-development when I got things to pay? Like, things are coming in. Like, I want to build my business. Oh my God, you're going through all the things and everything's coming in, and you have so much fear coming in. But ladies, the move that I'm most scared to make, the move that we are most scared to make, is the move that changes our lives. It changed my life. It changed the outcome of where I was going at that period of my life. It changed me. It brought me to a certain level. The move I was most scared to make brought me to the next level. It really did. And then it was just ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. And I could tell you about all the moves I've been making that was completely terrified me and that were just like brought me to the next level. But it comes back to the vision, right? It comes back to the vision, because in my vision board, in my vision that I have of my life, and I still have, I really want to have a lot of self-love for myself. I really want to feel good about myself. I really want to, have this certain level of emotional intelligence and maturity. And that is all part of it, right? And it came back to my vision board. So, and then the moves that I started making as well, to call in my husband, to do all the things, were very scary moves that I made, and it changed my life. So this is not like quote that you put on Pinterest and you're just like, yeah, okay, it's the scary move, but it won't change my life. No, ladies, the move that you're most scared to make is going to change your life. If you think about anybody around you, anybody who decided to make a move for themselves, if you think about anybody around you, any woman around you who's decided to make a move for herself, you know that changed her life. You know that brought her to the next level of her life. You know that if she hadn't made that move, she wouldn't be where she is at today. And that is really, really important. And I have so many stories of incredible women I know, and I know you do too, but just like, I'm going to give you just a few examples just so you can kind of picture what a move looks like, because we sometimes think that moves are super big, but moves are really naturally just right in front of us. Like, I'm going to take an example of someone I know who at the time was working in a retail store, and someone at that retail store got fired for whatever reason. And she put up her hands and said, I want his job. And they were like, what? Like, what's going on? And she's like, I want his job. And she wasn't like as confident or whatever at that time in that position, but she was just like, I'm going to make this move. I want his job. And like 10 years later, she's a big shot in that corporate business, and she loves her life. She loves her career. But why? She made that little move back then in the retail store, just saying like, I want his job. I know women who were terrified and were ready to give up on dating, give up on whatever, give up on even like the dream of dreaming about having a beautiful relationship, having a beautiful partnership, having a life like they truly desire, where they could travel and do all the things. My ladies, the girl came to my vision board workshop, and she called in the thing. She's like, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to put myself on a dating app. I'm going to allow myself to dream that I can go and travel with my partner, and we're going to have this type of life. And I kid you not, the moves that she was scared to make, of putting herself out there, brought her to her partner, where they now travel and go to the places, I am not kidding, go to the places that she has put on her vision board. Like, it's not like about like that exact thing happening, but it's about like the energy around it. It's like, I'm not kidding. When she told me this, I was like, ooh, I got goosebumps, because these are the stories I love. And then there's like different moves, like speaking up, like the move that we're maybe scared of speaking up to our partners, or speaking up to our parents, or speaking up at our job. Like, the fact that we speak up and stand up, like I know women who decided like, you know what, I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to set some boundaries in the environment that I am in. And that changed the outcome of how they now experience that environment. It changes the outcome of how they live the environment that they are in. Really and truly, my ladies, The moves that we are most scared to make are the moves that changes our lives. Like really, 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 and truly. And you know what the thing is that everybody out here is terrified of making those moves, and we don't have to be. Like, my ladies, we have to understand that if we want to get to the place that we want to go, it's really rare that the path is going to be just super smooth sailing. You know what I mean? Like, God tests the people that he loves. If you're tested and you feel scared, it's a good thing. But make sure you pull through. Make sure you make the move. Because honestly, if you picture your life 10 years from now, like if you take a moment and you say, like, this is where my life is going to be in 2034, you got to ask yourself, like, what are the moves that I'm scared to make right now that is going to get me to that place? What is the move that I need to be making right now that is going to get me to the life I am trying to live? What are the moves that I'm scared to make right now that are going to get me to the person I want to be? It's all inside of us. Like, it's all here inside of us. It's all here as a foundation for us. And we just have to take the chance. We just have to take the leap of doing the move for ourselves. And I promise, like, this is my promise, money back guarantee. If you make the move that you are most scared of making, that your intuition is telling you you should do it, that you know that this move is correlated to the vision that you have for your life, if you make that move, I promise you are going to get closer to your goals and to the life that you are trying to build. Like, if you make the move that you are most terrified of making, it will change your life. It will change the outcome, and you will definitely will come out of that experience another person. You will bring yourself to the next level. You are going to allow yourself to grow into a woman that you may have not ever met before. I could leave you right there just by saying that stuff. Honestly, you can literally bring yourself to the level of a woman that you have not met before, that is in you, waiting to become that woman. Like, we have the power to become that woman. We really do. And trust me, I know it is hard. It's really hard. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of self-love to bring yourself to a place where you are scared and terrified, and to allow yourself to go through it no matter what. But know that you have your back, and know and trust yourself that the outcome is going to be incredibly worth it. So I basically kind of gave you just one step, but there's 2 steps, and they're 2 very easy steps. Easy. First step, build your vision board. Build the vision that you want to have for your life. Whether it's a vision of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I like to challenge myself. Like, I like to challenge myself and be like, where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? And like, I put an age on that. I'm like, in 10 years, I'm going to be X age. And I'm like, what's that age I want to be? And really make yourself, bring yourself to believing and trusting that. And then the second step is the move. Second step is, what move am I trying to make? I have my vision. What are the moves that are attached to that vision that I'm most terrified of making that will allow me to get myself closer to my goal? I have so much faith in us, my ladies. I have so much faith in each and every one of us that we can get to our goals, and we are allowed, and we can bring ourselves to building a life that we truly love and that we truly care about and that we truly thrive in. The thing is that sometimes the thing that's stopping us to getting there is that comfort zone, and we don't want to stay in that comfort zone. We want to allow ourselves to bring ourselves to the next level of our lives. So that is that, my ladies, for today's episode. I think you can tell how passionate I am about this, because I just know how far we can go. And even sometimes I'm so scared of making moves, but I have no choice to bring myself to really make sure I do the move, even if I'm terrified, in order to get myself to the next level. So that is that, my ladies. I will see you next week on episode 12. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have a lady that is scared of making a move, please share this video to her, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week.